2005 Toyota Prius ABS module thingy. Little honorable mentions for you. Taking out this cowl literally takes 5 minutes and makes it a million times easier. Definitely recommend doing that. There is a couple of bolts for this heater core pump thing. There's one right here. There's one right back here. Take those out. I would clamp this off. It doesn't really matter. The clamps are nice. Clamp Langs are made in America, pretty cool. And you also want to clamp this off. This is your brake fluid feed line. If you clamp that off, you don't have to worry about it draining out all your brake fluid. Crack your lines loose with a 10mm wrench. You don't need a line wrench. You can usually come out with your fingers once you crack them loose. This piece here slides out, plug comes right off. Then there's another 10mm back here. That's another line, ABS line, brake line. After you do all that, there is another 10mm right there. That helped. You got to take that off. Loosen. That's for the line support. And there is another 10mm back here. It's a little bit trickier to get to, but still super easy if you have the right extensions. I use that long extension, come right back in here, and pow, took it right off. If you have a magnetic, it might work good too. I just threw a little dum-dum, they called it back in the day on here. I'm not sure what it actually is, but you can use a piece of paper too. People do that to keep the bolts on. And then I think pretty much everything is free off of the ABS module. Of course, you want to take the 3 main bolts out. 1, 2, and 3. And the whole ABS module, it just kind of works its way out like that. And don't think that it's hung up on something, because it's probably not. It just weighs a lot because there's a big weight on the bottom of it. I don't know what it is, probably a 2-3 pound weight. Putting it back in, it just kind of falls right back in, because I think it's the weight more. Definitely watch the lines. Keep an eye on it. Make sure nothing's hooked while you're slowly working its way out. This little doohickey here. This thing here, it seemed like it was tight. I didn't want it. This slides up into the inverter, and I had to pull it out. You pull it down after you take the bolts loose, right? Didn't want to seem to come out. So I stuck a little screwdriver right here and broke this free, that one side loose, and then it came out fairly easy. Still had to pull a little bit. There was this plug right here in the back that goes to the inverter. You push this down, of course, to release it, and then you're supposed to just be able to pull it right out. But I'm pretty strong, and I just couldn't really pull it out that easy, so I used my little pry bar. I took this little thing here when I compressed it, and just kind of you have the inverter here to wedge against while you just pop that thing out. Just a couple little tips that I would have liked to have seen. Thought they're useful. Y'all have a blessed day and have fun. You're not on the ground, so it's fun to me.